we are going to go forward with our awards presentation before we take our break. So the first thing I would like to do is just tell you a little bit about these awards. Most of them have evolved over time. A few of them are somewhat new, but this is just our way of recognizing some of the members and sponsors that really go above and beyond for their fellow loopers and for the organization. We typically would have given out the Harbor Host of the Year award in the spring. Of course, that rendezvous was canceled. So we have not yet officially presented that award for service from 2019. And we also have the Sponsor of the Year, which is where I'm going to start. So give me one moment to have Kim and Ethan join us. And Kim and Ethan, you should be able to unmute yourselves now and start your video.
Okay.
Yep. If you can point your camera down just a little bit more, we'll be able to see you a little bit better, but welcome. There we go.
Thank you, Kim.
And this was previously announced, so it's no big surprise, but our sponsors of the year for 2020 are SK Yards. That's Kim and Ethan Vortsheimer here with us from SK. And before I turn it over to them for a minute, I just want to tell you what one of the folks that nominated them said about Kim and Ethan. And for a little bit of background, they are along the Erie Canal. They're on Lake Oneida at the western end of the lake. And of course, the Erie Canal had a little challenge this year after COVID with getting the workers back to finish up the maintenance that had been started. The workers were sent home. The maintenance, of course, ran behind. It was hard to get them back. Not through any lack of trying by Kim and Ethan and all of the other businesses along the Erie Canal, but the New York State Power Authority, who runs that, had a little bit of trouble getting the maintenance done. So we had a really late opening, which was stressful and challenging for many loopers. And one of the loopers wrote in their nomination, in addition to all their normal caring for loopers and boaters in general, this year saw them very active and pushing to get the Erie Canal opened. Kim and Ethan also kept the boating community informed and up to date on what was going to happen when things did start to open. They're great sponsors, always willing to help, and they offer good discounts for members. And I also have a personal account that I wanted to share. 3 years ago now, one of our very generous members had invited me to join a boat along the Erie Canal for about a week, and my time was very fixed due to other obligations. And about a week beforehand, I got a call and they said the boat had hit a rock pile somewhere in Lake Oneida, and extensive damage, and it looked like it was going to be called off, which is understandable. It's boating. But Kim and Ethan worked some miracles on that boat and replaced both props and struts and had a new shaft fabricated all in the space of a week. So I could keep my trip and experience a week on the loop. So certainly another example of them going above and beyond. So SK Yards, congratulations, sponsors of the year, well-deserved and well-earned. I wish we could be face-to-face to actually hand you the trophy, but I know you do have it there, and I'll turn it over to you if you'd like to say a few words.
I would. Thanks very much, Kim. And thanks for our reward. It's beautiful, a glass reward, and I have it up on our counter where people are checking in and out of our facility. And I just wanted to say a few words, having been at SK Yard since 1977. We certainly are a marina. Ethan and I are the face of the marina, but we do have a great staff that works for us tirelessly during the season. And it's also welcoming and accommodating to all of our members, all of our customers, excuse me. A little bit about my history, or SK's history. In 1972, my father purchased this marina and set out to develop a transient-friendly marina, since he had traveled back and forth to Florida on a 32-foot Ventnor back in the late 60s, early 70s. It was in 1972 that our family moved from Ohio to Brewerton, and SK Yards was slowly developed into what it is today. We've enjoyed the ability to accommodate and get to know the many travelers of the AGLCA, as well as many other organizations that travel through the canal. I used to work for Waterway Guide from 1976 to 1980 or 1993 as an ad rep in this area. I've seen that publication, Waterway Guide, come through many circles along the way, and it's kind of interesting how that's evolved. I got to meet Skipper Bob and Elaine when they first started traveling through the Erie Canal system, and realizing just how important the Erie Canal is to the travel of boats going from the Hudson River East Coast area to the Great Lakes and beyond. And it's interesting how the internet, along with the AGLCA and all the other organizations, have been able to give so much information to boaters that is needed and enjoyed by them to facilitate these trips. And we are just grateful to be part of that organization and part of the journey. I think that what we try to bring to the table is just a little bit personal, you know, trying to be very welcoming into our facility and making people feel at home. The Brewerton area on the Erie Canal system is a wonderful place to stop and get work done. We have 3 facilities in the area that do work on boats. And also it's close to major highways, grocery, laundry, airport. So people can transition as needed. So it's just been a really interesting journey for me. I've been here, like I said, since 1977 when I graduated from college, and I've seen a lot of changes in the boating community. And I'm happy to have been a sponsor. We are happy to be sponsors of the AGLCA. And I think that the home team, Kim and the home team, have done wonderful things for the AGLCA as far as internet communication and all those things, bringing it into very useful information for everybody. We just watched Eddie's presentation and are quite enamored by the area down there. Didn't realize all that was there. And I think that's kind of great how you guys, the AGLCA, is able to bring that information to all the people that want to make those journey trips, because it is a trip of a lifetime. The memories that you have on it will last forever. And we're just grateful to be among the nominees for that.
And it is definitely the destination and the experiences. That's what it's really all about.
Exactly. So we thank everybody for their support over the years. And even though we're not always the biggest, we do try to bring the hominess to your journey. So thank you again. And back to you, Kim.
Yeah, thank you both. And you do successfully bring that hominess, and we appreciate your sponsorship, and congratulations on the well-deserved award. And this was SK's actually second time being a finalist. They were a finalist last year as well. So congratulations on the win this year, and we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kim. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we are going to also now present the Harbor Host of the Year Award. And back in 2016, the Harbor Host of the Year Award was renamed the True North Harbor Host of the Year Award. The award's been in existence since 2011, and its first recipients were Tom and Patsy Conrad. And after Tom passed, we thought it appropriate to recognize both Tom and Patsy by renaming the Harbor Host of the Year Award after their boat, which was True North. So the True North Harbor Host of the Year Award. This has also previously been announced, so it's no big surprise, but well-deserved, that Robert and Kay Creech are the recipients of the award for service in 2019. Again, we were unable to give it to them at the spring rendezvous, so we held it hoping that we'd be able to do it at the fall rendezvous face-to-face with them. That, of course, didn't happen either, so we're going to do that virtually today. And I am actually going to make a quick transition here. Give me one moment. Okay, I am going to do a screen share so that you can see a video. The interesting thing is that Patsy and the Creeches are all in Southport, North Carolina. So while we could not, and it's been kind of tradition since Patsy, since the award was renamed the True North Award, it's been kind of a tradition for Patsy to present that award. And we thought we wouldn't be able to do that this year, but of course the Creeches and Patsy are all in Southport. So they were kind enough to get together a few days ago and have a friend of theirs make a video for us so that we could see the presentation of the award. And I am going to go ahead and roll that video now.
Here we are in beautiful Southport, North Carolina. A rainy day this evening, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. We're scanning the Cape Fear River, the intercoastal waterway. And here we come to welcome to Robert and Kay Creech's porch. Many a happy hour have been held here, along with coffee time in the morning. And welcome to their porch.
Hi, my name is Patsy Conrad, and I have been a member of AGLCA since 2002. Y'all, that's 18 years. My husband, Tom Conrad, and I did the loop in 2002, and in our 28-foot sailboat. And when we got home, to our home, which is actually, was in the Panhandle at that time. And when we got home, we were missing all of our looper friends, and they were coming by and stopping at the dock, and we were meeting them at the marinas and trying to help them out the best way we could. And so over the course of time, that became a pattern for us to remain involved. And basically that was the genesis of the Harbor Host program. And then Tom did the weather for AGLCA for people who were crossing the Gulf for about 5 or 6 years until he got so sick he couldn't do it, and then Eddie took it over for a while, thank goodness. At any rate, at some point after Tom died, Kim decided to name the Harbor Host Award the True North Award to honor us. And of course, I'm very proud of that. But I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the True North Award, about the True North, and why we named our boat True North. And I had a text from Kelly Ezell from the Alabama Park System this week, and she said, "I'll never forget Tom telling me that he named the boat True North after you because you were his one true north." And that's all true as it says, but that was part of a letter that he wrote me in the early years of our relationship. It also went on to say, "You are my one true north because when I'm lost, you showed me the way. When I'm discouraged, you give me hope. When I'm scared or unsure, you give me courage. When I'm tired, you help me." And in many ways, that's exactly what Harbor Hosts do. So I'm very, very, very pleased and proud to give this year's AGLCA Harbor Host True North Award to the Harbor Hosts who have embodied this. They have done this for thousands of people in all kinds of ways. So I would like to present this award to Robert and Kay Creech, Harbor Host of the Year, with the True North Award 2019. And I don't really know anybody who deserves it any more than y'all do.
Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, Patsy. We share this award with the other nominees this year and the over 300 harbor hosts throughout the Great Loop. And we are honored to receive this year's Harbor Host of the Year award, the True North Award. There are so many people that have supported us along the way throughout the years. We simply feel like we're paying it forward. People helped us. Kim and the home port crew, Janice and Steve before her, Eva and Rob before her, but we enjoy, just like Patsy and Tom did, sharing our front porch to the boaters that come by and need a place to stop, or they need a part for their boat, or they need a call to the hospital, or a dentist on Saturday afternoon. Yeah. And a veterinarian for their pet as boaters come along. And those are my really, really true customers of being a harbor host, are the people that call upon us. Don't hesitate to call on your harbor host. It is the best thing going. Kay and I are in Southport, North Carolina at mile marker 309, and that's 309 miles south of Norfolk, Virginia. And you may have heard that our marina was destroyed 2 months ago by the hurricane, but we will have transit, dockage, and fuel shortly, maybe next week. Now, the marina will not be completed until next spring, but please call and stop as you're traveling north and south to see if Southport Marina can work you in. That's only about a block from our house. But there are 4 or 5 other marinas close by if Southport can't get you in. Now, I'm gonna have to do like Patsy and look at my notes and see what I left out. Yeah, you saw on the intro video probably there are binoculars and a VHF radio sitting on my front porch. We can see you as you come by. And Kay will spot your white burgee, and I will call you on the VHF.
Or gold burgee, or platinum burgee.
Or gold or platinum.
That's right.
We want to thank Patsy for her being here this evening, but I want to thank Kay for putting up with me, because I go to the marina in the afternoons, and she says, "Who are you dragging back to the porch tonight?" Because that's usually where I get my best customers, is I knock on boats at the marina. We enjoy what we're doing. We do it because we enjoy it. We completed the loop 12 years ago, and like Pat said, we stay involved with the loop because of the loopers that come by and us attending the rendezvous. We're so disappointed that we can't be at Joe Wheeler with you this year, but this is the best we can do with COVID-19. We're paying it forward. We have dear friends that took us boating years ago, 20 years ago, on their cruiser. And I feel like I'm paying Charlie and Miffy back every time I meet good friends. Your turn, Kay.
Well, I just want to thank all of you who have supported Robert and I throughout the years by stopping and visiting with us or calling Robert. You sure give me a break when y'all do that. And thank you very much. And we thank Patsy. We love her too.
Have fun and come to our house. It's not always a rainy afternoon. If you don't need any of those other services, there's a grocery store close by and we have a car, or we can sit on the front porch with wine or Tom Tom. We enjoy having you on the front porch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Robert and Kay Creech, another well-deserved award that we're just so thrilled. Robert and Kay are actually the first 2-time recipients of the Harbor Host of the Year award. They won the award back in 2012, so they were the second recipients. and now the True North Harbor Host of the Year for 2019. So thank you both for your outstanding service to your fellow loopers. We have one final award to give away this evening. This is one that hasn't been previously announced, so it's probably going to be a little bit of a surprise that we've had in store for some of you. But again, because we could not present it in person, the winners are already aware of it. But we established the Ron and Eva Stob Award at the Fall Rendezvous last year. And that was in celebration of AGLCA's 20th anniversary. So Ron and Eva Stob are, of course, the AGLCA founders, and they are also the first recipients of the Ron and Eva Stob Award. Our intention going forward from there is to use that award to recognize some outstanding members who volunteer above and beyond repeatedly year after year to help AGLCA as a whole, which of course then helps all of our members. The winners of the Ron and Eva Stob Award this year are Eddie and Linda Johnson. So I'm going to unmute them and let their video start up. And while they're getting ready for that, I just want to explain a little bit more about the award and why Eddie and Linda were selected as this year's recipients. It's the Homeport crew that actually selects the winners of the Ron and Eva Stob Award. And that's because in addition to what all of our members see, there's also a lot going on behind the scenes at any given time. So if you've been around for a little while, you know Eddie and Linda, because this is actually the 7th time that they've presented at a fall rendezvous to help loopers understand their options for the Gulf crossing. So this, what they're showing us tonight to get us from Mobile to Tarpon Springs, they've been presenting that for us since 2014, as well as the supplemental session that we'll be presenting next week. As if you missed the beginning of this, as a kind of bonus content for the rendezvous, we'll be getting you the details on crossing the Gulf without drama, and Eddie has been presenting that since 2014 at our fall rendezvous as well. But in addition to those multiple presentations, Eddie and Linda have been helping loopers cross the Gulf. As Patsy mentioned, Tom Conrad was initially kind of our weather analyst, so to speak, that helped loopers find appropriate weather windows for the Gulf crossing. And when Tom was unable to continue that, Eddie stepped in to fill those rather large shoes and just did a phenomenal job with Eddie's Weather Wag for several years. And for those of you who don't remember the Weather Wag, for the Gulf crossing season, which probably was about 4 months long, Eddie would get up every morning at about 4 or 5 a.m. and take a look at different weather sources and basically boil that down to what he would do, basically a no-go decision for him and his experience level and the experience level of his crew and his specific boat, but use that information to help loopers identify an appropriate weather window. And Eddie did that for several years and retired from that last year. So as we go through the presentation afterwards, we can get you some other resources that you can use for that weather window crossing information, because there are other resources out there. But of course, there was a big hole there when Eddie retired from the Weather Wag, so we thank him for that. And that's really just what members kind of saw on the public side of what Eddie and Linda do for the organization. But behind the scenes, they both have been serving on our advisory council. I believe it's for 6 years now, if I'm not mistaken. So they have attended meetings, they have imparted wisdom for the Homeport crew as we plan events and decide what member benefits would be most appropriate to offer to all of our members. So those are the reasons that they are the recipient of this award this year. And Eddie and Linda, if you want to start your video, you should be able to. And if you'd like to say a few words, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kim. We're really pleased to be the recipients of the 2020 Ron and Eva Stob Volunteer Award. We're really pleased also that we actually got to meet the Stobs over the years, and wonderful couple. I'll put a plug in for the boat for those of you who have not read Honey, Let's Get a Boat. Grab the book and read it. It's fabulous. And this is very meaningful to us because for those of you who might be new to AGLCA, you know, the old saying about it takes a village. Well, it takes a village of volunteers, as Kim will probably attest to make this organization as good as it is. And for us to be chosen as the recipients of this award is a big honor, because we have been competing, I guess, if you will, with some wonderful, wonderful people who volunteer their time, do it out of the goodness of their hearts, and it's a source of pride for us to win this award. So thank you and the home port for your faith and in us, and we will cherish it.
Yes, and I want to say that the AGLCA is a group of the most giving, caring folks, and they help each other, they teach each other, encourage each other, and inspire each other. So it is such a joy to give back to a group that we've gotten so much from. And I just say to the Loopers, keep bringing out the best in each other and enjoy the adventure of a lifetime, and continue to pay the goodness forward, because that's what we do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you both, and you both said it very well. Eddie's 100% right. It takes a huge village of volunteers to make this organization work, and we thank all of them. And we've honored a few of them here tonight. Linda's also completely right, and the three, collectively 6 honorees this evening, really embody that Looper spirit across the board of doing for others and paying it forward. So thank you to all of our award winners for your service to the community.